What's going on, everyone? Merry Christmas. Today's day 25 of me doing videos this whole month, and I can't believe I actually did it, and I made it, and I learned so many different things. Two of the videos that I did this month actually ended up being the top videos viewed on my whole channel, which was only, a week and a half ago. And it actually pushed me to start a new channel just covering music videos because you guys have been loving it. So I'm gonna link the new channel in the description so you guys could actually go follow that. That's just gonna be me breaking down music videos, K-pop music videos, hip-hop, country, any type of music videos. So if you guys like that on this channel, head over there and give me a follow. I appreciate it. Today's gonna be a different video. I actually wanted to create a compilation of all the dope creators that I've covered on TikTok and Instagram. If you guys don't know, because you guys only watch me here on YouTube, I actually have a Instagram and TikTok channel where I do, reactions and breakdowns. And I started that at the beginning of this year, and it's grown so much that I couldn't even believe it. We're at almost at 200K on Instagram, and then just a little over 100K on TikTok. And it's all thanks to you guys, because you guys watch it and share it and comment. So I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, for real. So it's gonna be a compilation. It'll be a bit of a longer video, but at least you guys can see all the dope creators that are creating stuff on the internet. And if you guys do enjoy them, you can follow them because I tag them in all the videos or their handles within the videos. So give them a follow if you enjoy their stuff. Have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace. Oh, 360. Just so I feel what Oh, loop me. What? The music and the lyrics actually makes you feel like you're flying. Am I flying right now? Hello? That's a 360 cam. I think that's where it changes, right? You could tell it's a 360 because the top and the bottom here. Unless it's a stitch. And then after that, the transition is when the flip happens. So two cuts, maybe? So one cut here. And then one cut here. Yeah. Jeez. I like it a lot.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it.
Oh, nice.
10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods, top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lizard.
Okay. I was not expecting that. Finger toes? Not the finger toes. The transitions are cool. I love that. Little bit of visual effects.
10 toes in when we standing.
It's creeping me out. Dude, what a lyric video. I love it. That's some energy right there. What else we got over here? Ooh. These are hype. Ooh, the text was so smooth. God damn. And see, it almost looks like these aren't actually on the mirror. So if this was masking, that's wild. So good. People are getting crazy creative with the editing. That beginning was crazy. Oh my god. What is this? What am I watching? What is this for? Someone tell me, what is this? Yo! CG animation. Like, why is there a person in a wheelchair? I'm so... I wanna, like, what's the story behind this? God, that was such a cool effect. Oh man, those cuts were great. Please, can someone tell me what this is about? because I'm confused and also amazed at the same time.
Creativity, well, it's a fickle thing. And like any living relationship, it can go sideways in an instant. First day back home, it had been a long trip, and it was on this night where I found it, weighing on me again. That feeling, the kind that pulls you into a helpless descent.
Yo.
There just wasn't any progress, or so that's how it felt, as I would look above to what seemed like everybody else. Those who had all seemed to have broken the proverbial glass ceiling. The merry party of them all, relishing, rejoicing.
Jesus.
While I stayed down here in the depths.
I just watched a masterpiece. What the you guys are killing it with these video submissions. This is wild. There was so much detail, so many techniques used, but the story. So you have like the voices, different pitches, different tones, has that echo feel to it. And then the writing, right? It could go sideways. Comes from the side.
In an instant.
The text here fades out, and as he's falling, it leads his head down.
The kind that pulls you into a helpless descent.
This is free. Am I on Instagram? What? And if you guys want to see the full reaction, go over to my YouTube. God damn. I don't even know how to start. Like, where do you even go to figure out how to shoot something like that? I don't know if it was a long lens, was it AI generated, but that's how the cars move in. I got so many questions. This is amazing. Oh, the masking here is crazy. Layering it in, and I think because the color grade is the same, it looks really good. It just flows so well together. Oh, these photos. Like photos at different lengths, and then has that jump cut stop motion animation feel to it. Ooh. Two plates. Clean plate of the bridge, and then another plate with him in it. Doing the step over, you mask it, layer it, boom. Maybe? I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think about these. Because this was amazing. Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Okay. That was great. I think there's just so many things that make it cool. Obviously, that transition, but like there's so much things about the transition. The focus on the flower, the fire, obviously that makes it look cool. But because it also looks like it's nighttime, or it's getting to be nighttime, I think that makes a huge difference. So I don't know. This could be color grading, but you know, if you're shooting towards sunset or sunset, or maybe sunrise. Yeah. And I think because the light or the fire is the focus, you don't realize that the water isn't the same. And because it is at such a shallow depth of field, it blends in really, really well. And the sound effects. Crazy. Yeah, okay. That's actually so cool. So I'm assuming they've either... I feel like the easiest way to do this, and I could be wrong, if you guys have a better way of this, it's like a video and it's just set in a specific place. Like, let's just say you know that bikers are going to come through here. So every time you catch them in this almost exact same spot, take a still frame and then you just paste it. Because it's so cool because you know that the motion is supposed to be happening like this, and even the cars. You know that there's supposed to be motion, but they just look so still. Like, these are cool, but this looks amazing. They've almost lined up the tires perfectly. Here. Oh.
I was obsessed. How much money could I get?
Oh man.
I was obsessed.
Looking at the same patterns. This could also be AI generated. I don't know, but these are really cool. Just the idea behind it. Using the eye as the central point to replicate every time. Just looks like everything is morphing and shaping around the eye.
How much money could I get? I was obsessed, how could I make my paper stretch?
Man, the talent that some people have, crazy. Whoa. Oh, nice. Inside. I love that. I love that. This beginning part from the top and then just having these cuts was nice. The track as well. I love it. This break right here, you could hear the audio and then something like that just adds so much character to the video. You know, people laughing, smiling. It's like off camera as well. It's not even to the camera. So it almost feels like something's going on or you're part of whatever's going on. And then these high angles. This matches the beginning angle as well, right? I think it's just because my eyes see this table. Maybe not in the exact same position, but the same angle, roughly. It could have been cool too to match cut, you know, the pizzas being made here and then being eaten here, maybe.
Are you paying attention? Hidden in the details is an experience,
Ooh.
a moment.
Okay.
Lost.
The reverse got me, but this transition right here into the waves. What a transition. So letting the water come hit, I don't know if it just actually hit the shore and it came up or a rock, but then it came up and then that motion of it coming up with the eyelid coming up, smooth, butter.
Are you paying attention?
Or maybe that's not even the water. Maybe it's just added in after because that was good. And then the reverse.
Hidden in the details is
I
an
love
experience, a moment. Whether you're lost in the future or stuck in the past, something to pull you
You also get that muffled water sound. It's a nice touch.
back to the present moment.
Woo!
Don't
Look at this shot. What a beautiful silhouette. Colors, everything.
forget to smell the roses once in a while. Peace.
Oh, hold
Back
on. I was not expecting that.
once in a while. Peace.
Keying out or masking it out. Then changing the key to white. Maybe layering a white color mat underneath. That's cool. Hold up. Oh, okay. Okay, what is happening right now? This intro to coming in, right here, that cut out. See how this is a little lighter? That's what cut out and came into frame, but it was a spin. Because at first I thought it was this part that they cropped out just because of how bright it was. But it's actually this person changed the exposure, the brightness to make it really pop coming in. Boom, spin. A lot of the flashes, and then you can even hear the sound effects. So a lot of overexposed and speed ramping, but it also has that nice bounce to it. This is amazing. Like a scanning transition. Ooh. The crazy amount of masking in here and layering. That is beautiful. Wow. The texture of the ground changes. A little bit of a glitch effect. Jeez, what is that? A lighter sound? And I think that they have this infinite zoom technique right here. All right, you guys got to tell me what your favorite transition was. I think for me, mine was this scanning. Crazy. Oh. Is this like, is it practical effects or is this digital? This is a cool concept. A little green screen action? What? Oh, you gotta add a little something. Okay, Thriller, probably the greatest Michael Jackson song of all time. Fight Me. Thriller was like one of those videos that really got me into the whole idea of filmmaking and video creation just because of how cool it was. I like the part at the end that kind of pays homage to the music video. That music video is amazing. If you guys have never seen Michael Jackson's Thriller music video, what are you doing? Unfollow me. This was cool just on so many levels because you have makeup, wardrobe, choreography, the lighting, overall the concept. From what it looks like, it doesn't look digital. It actually looks practical. Is this practical or digital? I don't. So when I mean practical and digital, I mean she would have to worn the red jacket, did the choreography, no makeup, then do this with this black jacket, same choreography, and then you're like essentially match cutting, rotoscoping or masking every time she does a move, but then also doing that with the makeup. And then there are moments where it's just part of the jacket. So that's why I'm not too sure if it's all practical. Maybe. I love the color. The green on the red contrast. You have the two lights here. Two green lights on the side that are lighting her or highlighting the edges. But then it's like a white light off to the right side on this side, shooting this way. Only because you can see a bit of the shadow here. So 3 lights in total. This is a lot of takes. So she would have had to, let's just say it's practical. She would have had to done every dance in different outfits, but also with different makeup. See, this is just a hand. So, God, how many takes is this? And then the choreography has to be pretty spot on. There are little zooms here and there that I feel I could cover stuff up. But man, come on. So there's like so many elements and layers to this. Changing the background as well. So I feel like this is probably green screen. So the amount of lighting you would need to also light the green screen on top of separating her with the green and this key light, that's work. Comment down below what your favorite Michael Jackson song is or music video. He had a lot of good music videos. And if you don't have one, watch a bunch of them. Come back to the comments and let me know. All right? Cheers! That was so smooth. What? Jesus. Ooh. That's where the shadow comes in. Oh, lines it up perfectly. That was beautiful. Because the shape of the birds, oh, look at this frame. The way that the birds are kind of meshed together and then like blended so well. It fades in so well. You know, you do the routine, you do a couple of the flips, then you get a clean plate. So then you could do the animations of the birds, and then the flying of the birds is all what? Blender? Woo! There's so many cool techniques too. It's not even just the birds flying, but it's the use of slow motion, and then also the rotation of the screen. Because we're also looking at it vertically, it makes the way I see it feel completely different. This would be so cool in like a live action anime, a little Itachi. That's beautiful. Yo! Oh! What do I just watch? Everyone can understand the same techniques, but so many different things can make a technique look even better, right? So these are essentially match cuts, but because the environment is different and how it's done as a moving shot, usually people do the match cuts on sticks. It's very stationary. The movement of the main character, that whole thing is just cool as shit, but the camera also moving too. So it's got to be rigged up on a line. At first I thought it was like an FPV drone, but there's no way that route would be so hard to replicate every single time. So I'm thinking it is strung up and then mounted. The crazy thing is that the talent has to do this perfectly all the time. Well, roughly the same moves all the time. But they did this in different seasons. That's what makes it look really, really cool because the colors of the background, the snow, the fall, the orange here made it look so sick. The camera's also panning and tilting at the same time. It's not like it's just one going across, right? See, it tilts down. God dang, that's sick. Let me think about this for a second. Okay, so it almost looks like two different video clips, right? When you're printing out the frames on these pieces of paper, you're taking 2 frames from each video, but slicing the paper here, every other line. Great lines, Kev. Oh, that one was pretty straight. And then every other one is cut out. So then when you lay them over, you could see the other image. But because you're doing it frame by frame, now that you're switching each pair of photos, it'll be moving. A moment where she doesn't move in one and the other one is moving. I think that's what makes it look so cool. Right here. This is wild. So there's about 120 frames. 120 frames from both videos. Even just this image by itself looks cool. Feels like it could be an album cover. The whole music video like this, where they're performing, would be crazy. You could do so much. This just opens up your brain to so many different things. Imagine having different colors. What if you did the lines horizontal or diagonal? Especially using that with different shapes, different compositions of video. That could look really cool.
I got this girl and she wants me to duke her. I told her I'll come scoop her around 8. She said, that sounds great. Shorty girl's a trooper. No matter what I
These are some of the cleanest transitions. It was literally perfect.
needed to do, she'd be like,
We do a lot of transitions, but that was like perfect. The landing, the position. Come on, man. I don't know, man. That was like damn near flawless. It looks like it's that VHS quality. And then you have some of, I don't know if it's duplicated, and then you're playing with the RGBs, you know, the fisheye too. God, like, what? I'm going to rate that a 10 out of 10 transition. Comment down below, give it a rating. Do you guys agree with the 10 out of 10? Or have you seen something better? Because that one was smooth. What? There's a lot that I like about it. It's just so hard for me to explain because my mind is just going through it. There's a certain look to it. It almost looks like some of these colors are leaking out. And then the repetition. Seeing repetition here. Cool. And then the color too is matched. This one looks like it's a little bit more accurate to how the lighting would be on the beach. And then the addition of the shadows. Sun coming here. Discoloration. Do you see how some of this it looks like the color from the jacket? How is this done? Oh, what is it? It's so good. It's so good. You guys tell me. Why do you guys love this as much as I do? This actually looks like person was there, the streaking of the water. Everything else I was like, okay, maybe it's like, you know, placed on top or layered in, but this, because of the water, I'm like, okay, maybe this is the actual shot, and then everything else green screened. Maybe. Ooh. What is this? Visually, like, it kind of made me feel a little weird, like this initial part. Ugh, there's something about it, but it is so interesting. if this is animated, almost like stop motion, that would be cool. Like just showing the process. But I don't know. This could also be like 3D, Blender animated. Ugh, I don't know, man. The details in this is crazy, and then that speed up. This is beautiful. That is crazy beautiful. God damn.
リズム田舎あるある交通変よ茶碗終わったわどうしましょう山越え川越町まで行って母乳のお茶碗買いに行こう帰った電車
What am I? What?
最近デブってきたからさ帰りは歩こう一息分車に乗してくれたっぺどうしたのねえどうしたのん
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm confused. Not just confused with what's going on in the video, but like confused because I like it. It's actually pretty skillful when you think about it. The speed ramping of when he does certain moves, the editing on beat, even just looking at this frame, you can see like the layers, right? You have the text in the ball. He turned himself into rice. And then what I notice is the shadowing. So many different layers. Where does some of this stuff come from? I'm at a loss for words. But there's one cool part that I really enjoyed. It was like in the van and he fell, his feet went up, but he still had like, what was it? Maybe it was rice. Something was floating in the air. It was actually pretty detailed. This part. There's still a lot of detail that goes into it. A lot of patience to be doing a lot of this masking, rotoscoping. I like it. And if anyone knows what this is about, can you guys please comment and tell me what is happening? Please. What? Oh, and a perfect loop. This is trippy and beautiful all at the same time. Certain ideas is like how does this happen? Where does this come from? Excuse me? I think it's cool because there's also textures within these lines, right? So like right here, you know, not like just white lines. I like the details in it. The person and the shadows are going over and under these lines, right? Like almost every other line. So like this one's the same. But then see how it's over on top of the line, but it's also at a different point. Like this is the top of the head, this is torso, and then the legs. That's cool. What? Just looking at this image, it's not the same shadow every time. So see how this is also different. I thought just by looking at it that these were all going to be a pattern, but it would be replicated here and then replicated here because that just seems simple. But obviously this is way beyond simple. This is crazy. Man, this is an insane visual. Let me know what you guys like about this, or if you guys have any other artists that, you know, does this kind of work, please comment. I would love to see it. Oh, man. Wait for it. Jeez. But man, that was so clean. I think it's because it looks like it's slow motion. I've seen a couple videos like this, you know, the transition going into water. I don't know. This one, I think it's also the track too, right? The emphasis on the track, the hit. It also has that same effect like Doctor Strange, you know, when he gets punched out of his own body. It's just that same vibe. You know, you get hit, it's all at regular speed, and in that moment you get hit, it's all slow. I love it. I just get kicked. Ah. I wonder how this would look like if it was inverted. Huh? You guys think it would look cool? Or even sideways, like 90 degrees. Hold on. No perfect loop. It was this part right here that really got me. When the phone starts moving, it's a little warped. The concept is so good. The masking, the VFX, and then this. What? What? It reminds me of Zach King. Yeah, this got that vibe, and I'm here for it. What? Okay, it looks cool. There's something about this shot, because it's so tiny and so far, actually makes it even cooler. I'm getting like this Tenet vibes, and I love how it's like, you know, these long shots where the person is so small, but then you get a shot from inside looking out the window from a high rise. That's a cool angle. And then like the little additions too of how tiny they are in the back. It adds so much to it. Because imagine that wasn't there, even if there was no duplicates. Like it still would be cool, but it's actually really cool that they've scaled down the people and just like multiplied them. This shot is cool, running up the building, and I just realized there's another one running up this way, but also rotating the shot. This also reminds me of, there's this movie that was done a long time ago called Chronicle. It was about teens who got superpowers and they were like recording themselves. This is the kind of vibe that I'm getting from it. If you guys remember that movie, please comment down below. This is so good. Oh, that one gave me some ASMR vibes right there. Ooh. First, I didn't even think it was real. I've been watching all these 3D Blender stuff. I was like, what is this? There's something so satisfying about the way that this is being produced. Oh, the sound effects. Who made this? Whoever shot this for your company, give them a raise. Because this was beautiful. Cool thing about this is that, you know, it looks like a very high quality product. So this video feels very high quality. The shots that you're getting, the lighting, the close-ups, and just like the craftsmanship of everything. So good. And then, oh, see, getting this close-up, tracking it, has that nice bounce. This right here is what gave me that ASMR tingly feeling in the back. And I love the lighting too. It looks like it's like this high, bright light and then soft light on the front. Give them a raise. Give them a raise. If you guys have any product videos that you guys have shot, comment product edit. I will check it out. He just turned himself into a basketball. The movement too is so well thought out. Just that movement alone was so smooth because he brought his legs in and then into a ball and made it look way better. Nah. That's a perfect loop. This part is cool. As soon as he turns the light on, the music muffles. Oh my. You guys let me know what your favorite transition is. Because there's a lot in here. Oh, I call this a boomerang effect. You guys remember on Instagram when that was a big thing? People using boomerang, but this is taken to a whole other level. The smoothness of the bounce is different. And talked about it before. There's this ease in and ease out that you could do when you do these like kind of ramps or reverse that make it look good. But also there's like this little bit of halation that looks great. I think you can really tell on the night shots where it's mostly dark. Not even. It almost has that 3D effect. See how the red is offset? And maybe even duplicating the layer, changing the transparency, putting an RGB layer, and then offsetting it a bit because you could see it all here as well. That'd be crazy if you put on some 3D glasses and this was 3D, because that effect would be crazy. So what makes it look good too is like there's a bit of a pause. It's not just a reverse like this. It almost holds on for a couple more frames and then bounces back. All these little things make it so creative. Ooh. What? The concept is wild. Huh. This is so cool. Is this thought out before, or are you just getting into the editing and like, let's get creative right now? Stack it, layer it, because the choreography mixed with some of the edits, especially the one with the hands, that one can get kind of intricate. That one hurts my brain. Jeez. The timeline must be insane. Okay, so you're just kind of making crops, layering it on top. How is this done? This matches so well with the sound. You know what I mean? It almost sounds like there's a bounce to it. Okay. What I'm thinking is multiple layers, and then you are cropping it to that size, doing multiple. Let's just say there's like, I don't know, 15. When you move, it also physically moves this way and comes back. But because there's two motions, one being the movement of the actual footage in the face, and then the actual frame itself going from left to right when we're looking at it, gives it a real crazy feel to it. Maybe a bit of a blur, something. I don't know. I'm guessing at this point. Group effort. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Let me know how you think this specific one is done, because I need help. What a beautiful shot. Oh my gosh. The sound design is wild. I love that it's... Ooh. Oh my god. Look at these shots. Look at the moves. Yo, this is incredible. Look at the composition. There's such a build up to this. It being so quiet, it adds like this whole atmosphere to this thing. The framing, the composition of a lot of these shots were amazing. Right here. You don't even see what it is. Speed. Oh. That right when he jumps. This shot is great. Y'all gotta tell me which one is your favorite. Let's have a group discussion in the comments, please. Which one was your favorite and why? Okay, I like that mat. Oh. Oh. What happened? That happened so fast. That was amazing. Oh my. So there's so many different shots of players, right? It seems like there's like thousands of shots that this creator had to like sift through, just because you have to get a good amount of angles for 360-degree turning, right? So doing that and then finding the player and then matching it up, but also like, you know, this freeze frame right here, cropped out. This looks like a court outside, so it almost looks like it's another image or a video. This looks like bleachers, so maybe that's from the original photo. and then you crop them out, make sure that there's like, it looks like a bit of a glow, still a little bit transparent, but I think that's what makes it stand out because everything else is blurred, right? And the opacity isn't as hard. Let's just freeze another. See, oh, that's wild.
Sir. Yeah, I was asking you for help.
Oh, is this?
Video's over. Video's done.
This is what happened. I didn't know what to expect. It's like a mix of cool animation and anime masking layers.
Yeah, I was asking you for help.
This is cool. The moment he kind of goes down, different assets. It looks like so much going on. So, you're cropping yourself, boom, 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 doing this. Also doing like a little bit of a outline or silhouette. This looks like a down arrow from Dance Dance Revolution. So many cool visuals. A lot of distortion too. For like, if you like look at it, the lines, another character here. What? This is a lot of work. Damn, that's some cool visuals. Outlines, the cut. Oh, geez, I love it. Left my camera on this fence for 2 hours to get this time slice. Ooh! Damn, 2 hours, and look at the color change. That's crazy. So, a time slice, essentially, it's like a time lapse, but you're cutting different portions of it, stacking them, and then taking like a sliver of that frame. But what I like is that they've moved it, and then they also reversed it. Like, you can see each frame kind of moving towards the right side, and then it bounces back to the left. Oh, and up and down. Ooh. It's incredible the amount of colors that happen within the 2-hour time span. Also could be maybe color corrected. That's beautiful. It's a lot of layers, but it works so well. That's really cool. Come on, man. Ugh. I was gonna have sushi today, but I don't think that's happening. Ugh, that's a little too much for me. What's the prompt? Are you just like sushi Komodo dragon? What is that? A lizard? Iguana. Sushi and then iguana's prompt. It's getting scary good though, huh? Kind of crazy. What else we got over here? I'm kind of scared to even look at some of these. Some of these look crazy disgusting. Why are these all just gross for? Okay, let's go for something that doesn't look too crazy.
I brush my teeth.
Okay, no, we're good. Hey, sorry. I'm out. Peace. Oh, cool. Oh, I love the vibe.
Remember when she told me I should travel more? Now she message come home whenever I'm abroad. Let's have it right. Not so hot, let's check the Fahrenheit. So only makes sense they put the man in ice. A few new things, new chains, new rings. A new wallet cause my other dream was too thin. I'm making profit like a puppet cause I move strings.
I love all types of videos. We cover a lot of these crazy transitions where I don't really know how to explain it. I'm always just in shock. But there are videos like this that isn't crazy or heavy on like the transition game. But like the vibe and the energy is always something I can appreciate. Like vlogs like this feel good. Is it me? Is it just me? And there's certain things like the movement of the camera. Like this intro has, he kind of lifts it up. He shows himself. And then the part where he's with that girl at dinner, then it pans, does a zoom in, and then the lyrics too really matches. Music starts when he pans, framing here, what you're kind of looking for. It looks good, leading lines.
When she told me I should travel more.
Remember when she told me I should travel more, and then it zooms in.
Now she message come home whenever I'm abroad.
It's so good.
Right. Not so hot.
I love these feel good vlogs. Sign me up. Sign me up. This was like creative on a whole other level. Hmm. I am flabbergasted. What? Huh? This is amazing. This is amazing. There's just so much going on. Like, how do you even think of this? There's creative people, and then there's people on a whole different wavelength, and I think this person is one of them. It's gotta all be computer generated, right? Because it's perfect. It's like, even if it was the fluttering of the birds, the wings, the flight pattern, the movement. What? This is amazing. Because that one was so crazy. We have to watch another one because I'm like, my brain is. I gotta see what else is going on over here. Yeah, yeah. Definitely one of them other types of people on a whole other level. Just a thought. Like, how do you explain this? If you were to get a treatment for this or explain it, like say you're writing a scene in a film or something happens and this is what you want, like how do you even how? I love it. I love it. Wait a minute. What? Oh, it's 3D printed. That's... Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, so all of this is 3D printed, but the style, stuff like that when the antennas came up, are we 3D printing? My mind is all over the place right now. 3D printing the antennas at each step. So you will have like, I don't know, 100 of these things from the very base to the top of the antennas and then taking the shots. That's crazy. But also using some visual effects to have like the static masking. It kind of looks like it's a rotoscope. See, like that. Her coming out of the screen. Are we printing out every step and then actually shooting it? Because that's work. We gotta watch another one. That kind of triggered my tryptophobia. I got to stop. That was cool, though. Woo! That was cool.
Wake up.
Moonwalker. Okay.
This is not real. This is a dream.
Stop motion. It's like my brain isn't braining right now. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, I know how it's done. You're doing stop motion, but you're doing it backwards. But I feel like the way he's walking doesn't look like it's in reverse. It actually looks like it's moving forward. If you guys know what I mean, you know when you reverse footage of someone walking backwards, it looks still a little bit backwards. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how I'm feeling right now. Like this, like that's backwards, right? He's walking backwards, but the video's going forwards. So let me think about this for 1 second. Why is my brain not comprehending what's going on? Is walking backward. Okay, this guy's walking forwards, but the camera's moving backwards. Is it layers? Are we layering him? I don't know. Is it just me? Or are your brains not braining right now? Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Dreams have a meaning. Hold on. I was not expecting that. This is exactly how some of my dreams are. It's just so random. This is actually really skillful. What is this? Comes out of the foot. Where's the map? Oh man. It's actually pretty good. In terms of transition, that's pretty flawless. But overall concept was wild. Like how you think of this stuff is insane to me. Like let me just jump off, ankle breaks, come out on a slide. I'm a seal. That's pretty wild. It's really clean though. It's a really, really clean transition. Oh, clean transition. Rice? Not rice. Filling up the whole screen and matching it. I think the color grade could have been maybe a little bit better in terms of the coolness of the rice. But that was clean. It's so fast. Okay. This is all done on a 360, which is pretty impressive. Just because of all this movement that you get. Woo! The hell was that? This one is wild. It's making me feel weird. Did he put the 360 in his mouth? How would that? That's what it looks like in there. Okay, the cool thing about the 360 now that I'm realizing after watching this is because you can essentially pick and choose what angle you want to show when you're cutting. Because it's a 360, I believe in editing, you know, you could look at this angle, you could turn it around, you're seeing maybe the water. You know, maybe in editing, it's moved up here and it was like, oh, this is kind of a similar shape to the bait, which I think is a cool idea for 360 stuff. So I think matching shapes with the 360 is a little bit easier because you can start turning the camera and start looking at things different and being like, hey, this looks like I can match cut it with this or this or this, which is a cool idea, cool concept. Hold up. Wait a minute. Woo! The idea of floating into nothingness using this overhead light, the imagery of the hands coming up. Cool. And it's like a hard cut. Jesus. Very interesting lighting choice here. Because the light that is shining on him looks like it's coming from here, which should essentially mean that the shadow should be on this side. But this light actually perfectly like this. It doesn't really match him. So my theory is that he shot these in two different places, maybe doing shots where he's jumping and rotoscoping himself out, and then shooting again with the overhead light to get this. Woo! And just the creativity to use these frames as he's running and the frame is moving. Pff, beautiful. What was that? Hold on. Okay. Jesus. This is a lot of work. Not just in the editing, but also I feel like the shooting as well. These are hyperlapses that are shot in two different places, right? Daytime and nighttime. Rotoscoping, masking, and then layering both. So hyperlapse, splitting it up like this. But then like for these things, I think even just creating the bottom pieces, like how do you go about doing that? Also the creativity in the way these pieces move. They could have just cut it up and had it stacked properly, but see how they're angled, and I feel like the velocities are different. Slowly, just coming up. And then when it comes down, even this has a little bit of a bounce when it comes down. That's incredible. What? This was crazy. How it slowly comes in. What would you do? Mask out different parts of the tower from the night shot, lay it over, and then kind of opacity scale in type of thing. Woo. This is work. The panels here are crazy. Same type of idea though. This is probably one of the craziest pieces I've seen. That was cool. Whoa. That was the smoothest transition ever. It goes from the suit to the flannel. Seamless. The use of shadows. Where's the cut? That is insane. What? This transition was so clean. And it almost looks like there's a brief moment where it's a complete silhouette is where the transition kind of happens. Like here looks like complete darkness. I think maybe that's where the cut is, but it is flawless. This works well because it is in black and white, so you can play around with the shadows and the lighting a lot more. But I think the real cool thing that I like about this is the blocking. So being able to have to practice that, get the motions right, get the camera right, and then it does a perfect loop at the end. And then on top of that, the visual effects and the concept is crazy.